Welcome to Wildcat Sports Update. In studio, I have the senior captains of our Wilmington basketball team. Let's go around the room. First, we've got Will Poyant, we've got Ryan Gray, and we've got Roman Synnot over there. And I'm going to first start with you, Roman, real quick before you introduce it. How many times has your name been mispronounced throughout the season in Middlesex League?
A lot. You've done it yourself.
How many? I do it all the time. All right. So let's go back. We're going to have you introduce yourselves, your name, how long you play Wilmington basketball, what position you play, and we'll go with you first, Will.
Will, I played basketball since probably like second grade, and I'm a guard.
Okay, Ryan.
I'm Ryan. I've been playing probably the same ever since you could start basketball. That's when I started playing, and I'm a guard.
I'm Roman. Been playing basketball since like second, third grade, and then I'm a forward.
Okay, we're going to go around the room. We'll start with you, Roman. I know the season ended last night. So what was, at the beginning of the year, what were the goals that you guys set for the team and for yourself? First, you, Roman.
It's really always to make the state tournament. Last year we were able to make it, and we didn't really do much with it, but this year we were trying to at least make it.
Okay, and I know they didn't make it, but I know there was the other captain who's not here, Connor Sullivan, got hurt. How did that impact the goal setting going forward, Ryan?
Well, once he got hurt, everyone knew that they had to step into bigger roles and fill his shoes, which is, I don't think, those aren't easy shoes to fill. So, I mean, losing our point guard is definitely not ideal, but, I mean, yeah, it definitely affected us making the tournament.
Okay,
as you can tell.
And Will, what was the difference between this year and last year, as far as you had a really good year last year? This year you struggled. I know that you lost Connor. Was there anything else that really impacted it?
I think losing Aiden was also a big loss too, because compared to like other teams like Stoneham and the team we played yesterday, like we're just a small team and it kind of affects us. So like down low with rebounding and stuff, it's hard.
Okay, so I want to go back to the Connor injury real quick because it happened preseason. Were you all there for that? And what was your instant reaction? And how did you guys recover from that as emotionally? Start with you, Will.
Yeah, we were all there. It was pretty horrifying to see, but we knew we all had to step up. Like I knew I was gonna have the ball in my hand more this year now, which is kind of a bigger role for me, and I just knew I had to step up.
Ryan?
Yeah, right when it happened, we all knew what happened, and yeah, it's kind of like what Will said. My role changed from last year. I played a little more off the ball last year, but this year I was I would say our main ball handler, and me and Will, so it was different.
Okay, and
I was shocked when I first saw it, and then obviously role-wise, last year I didn't score at all, and this year I had to step up a little bit, so made a big difference.
So before I ask about captains, Roman, you went from no scoring and really Balter doing a lot of the down low work to you had to grind down low and rebound and score. How did that change the way you approach the season?
Well, I just knew I had to play a lot harder on both ends of the floor because normally I would just sit in the corner and not really do anything and just play hard on defense. But now I have to play hard on defense and play hard on offense to work for the team.
Okay. So since you're all captains, and I know Connor's going to be in later, what do you see your role as a captain on the basketball team? And then what is the role of a captain on every team, since all you guys are multiple sport captains? Will first.
On the basketball court, really, I think the captain should just be vocal and just set an example. Like, especially when at practice we do a lot of running, so I like to try to be fast in all the running, beat everybody else. Sometimes I get beat though. And what was the other question?
Just overall, what's a captain? What do you see as a captain? What is it?
Mainly just like setting an example to the rest. Like we're all seniors, so we've been in the program for a while, so just showing everybody else what it's like, because they're gonna be in our role in a couple of years too.
Okay, Ryan, you're a second-year captain, so you had the experience last year. What do you see your role as a captain in basketball, and what do you see a captain of a high school team overall?
On the basketball court, it's like kind of like what Will said, being very vocal and setting an example for the young guys, because we want them to look at us as leaders, and we want them to do what we did in the future. So it's like for our young guys like Luke, Spencer, like the sophomores, like they've become leaders because they've seen us lead them on the court. And then overall, as a captain and leader, you just got to be someone like, you just got to keep going. Like, you can't put your head down because they'll see you put your head down, and then that's when they won't see you as a leader.
Okay, Roman, you get the final say.
Just being a role model. That's just setting examples for all the rest. They've basically said it all. It's really all it comes down to.
So you'll be a 3-sport captain, right?
Yeah.
So how does each sport differ for you as a captain?
Well, I mean, in basketball and baseball, it's more like team stuff, so there's more that people can look up to. With golf, it's kind of personal and just keeping yourself composed. But I mean, that goes all for every sport. Just being strong, like mentally, so everyone knows like there's no reason to.
Okay. Now you've had a weird mix on your team. I don't know if there were any juniors that played. So why don't we get a rundown of everybody? Well, who wants to start? So start with the forwards. Roman, you want to go? Who were the forwards on the varsity team? Okay, we're not going to Roman. We're going to go to Ryan.
Forwards?
Yeah.
So Roman, Timmy Watson, senior, Pat, Nick Menino's, Bart,
Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer. I mean, I guess Luke too. Luke Hurley. No.
Technically.
No. I think that, if you want to count, I don't know if you want to count Noah, but no.
Noah's a guard.
Yeah, I would say Noah's like a guard.
All right, Will, you want to do the guards?
Me, Ryan, Declan, Andrew, Nate,
David Jameson.
David.
And Noah.
And Noah.
Noah's, yeah.
Well, can't forget Noah.
Noah's kind of like right in the middle.
Yeah.
He kind of
Him and
can
Luke.
play. Him and Luke are like right in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so as one thing that happens in sports...
And Connor. Connor's a guard.
Okay. And one thing that happens a lot in sports is their team bus rides and team dinners. And I'm sure you've all experienced that. I want to go right around the room. We'll start with Will right through. What are the team dinners like? What do you get out of the team dinner? And then are you allowed to play music on the bus? And if so, who controls it? So we're going to go you first.
For team dinners, I think it's just good for us to build like team chemistry because I think that's very important in basketball. Like you could see last year we had really good chemistry. I think we were just all together as a group and it helped us get success. And on the bus, Noah usually does the music.
Oh, God save us.
And mostly on the way home, like after we win, because on the way there we have to be like locked in, reading the scouting report.
Okay.
Child.
Okay. Ryan, what's your favorite team dinner you had?
Favorite team dinner? Probably Declan's. Declan's is fun. We did this trivia thing to see who was the dumbest on the team.
Okay, I hate to say who won the least intelligent.
Pat DeLucia. It was like easy.
What kind of trivia questions were asked?
It was just like
Basic.
basic like,
questions.
like all types of categories.
And the bus rides, I know we described you're quiet on the way. If you win, does Noah do a good job as the DJ? Is he still playing that good music?
I think yesterday he did good. Or
Yeah?
2 days ago.
After we won?
After he beat Con Carlisle, he did a good job.
So after a loss, it's quiet?
Yeah.
Okay. So Roman, you get the end of it. What was your what do you get out of a team dinner, and what was your favorite one?
My favorite one was either from my house or at like Declan's house.
We have a guest in the studio after.
Yeah, it's just the memories that you take from it and just being able to have fun. And then bus rides. I mean, we didn't really bring a speaker on bus rides very often. We didn't do much winning this year, but just had to stay dialed.
When
on
we
bus
did win,
rides.
it was fun.
Yeah.
All right, and then food-wise, what was the best food at a team dinner? Roman, do they give you food?
Yeah, it was either Will's house, probably Will's house.
Will's house.
Will's
Definitely
Will's
Will's
or
house.
mine with the pasta, but
But-
his was the only different one. Everyone did pasta.
He had tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tacos?
It was
Yeah.
good.
All right. And we talked about the team goals always make the state tournament, and we talked a little bit about Connor being missing. At what point in the season did you guys realize that you weren't going to reach the goal and make the state tournament? And what were the last couple games after that like? I know there's a lot of motivation. You guys played great last year, and the expectations were really high for your team. And the minute you lose like 18-point score, point guard, you're in trouble. But at what point in the season did it come to the realization for all you guys, each might have a different time, when it was not going to make the state tournament, and how did you fight through to get to this point? Will, we're going to start with you.
We didn't really know when we were not going to make it, because even like yesterday, coach was telling us if we won by 6, there would still be a chance. But I mean, I think it was just good for all of us to like never quit, because like obviously we had a bad losing streak in the middle of the season, and for everybody to just not back down and go 3-1 in the last 4 games, I think that was pretty huge for us.
Correct, Ryan.
Well, after we won against Wakefield and Stoneham, I was expecting us to jump up in the rankings like a lot, and then we only jumped to like 3 spots. So that's when I was kind of feeling like we weren't going to make it. And then when coach told us yesterday that we had a chance, then I was like, maybe. But yeah, that's kind of.
And then Roman?
There was definitely some games a little earlier in the season that we lost that we definitely shouldn't have. That definitely made me lose some hope. But I mean, with the amount of games we had left after that point, you just have to stick it through and still play as hard as you can.
Okay, and I know depth was an issue. I know you guys ran a lot during practice. Were there at any time during the season, you said you struggled early, was that because of lack of depth or lack of talented depth, or how would you rank that? Because I know the 3 of you plus Noah really played almost every minute. So how did that impact you coming into the fourth quarter, Roman?
To start the season, it was more like I feel like we were still getting used to the roles we were playing at that point, with Ryan having to handle the ball and him not being able to play off the ball, and then me being like the center point of the offense, running everything through me. I just feel like it was different for us, and then just being there playing so long in a game, I mean, you get worn down a little bit by that fourth quarter. But
okay, and Ryan, you were now the majority time handling the ball once Connor went out. How did that impact your overall game, and how did it impact the game of everyone else around you?
Well, I definitely learned that I can actually do stuff with the ball in my hands and make everyone on my team better, getting them open, like getting Will open, getting Roman open, but it was definitely something different for me.
Okay, and Will, how did your role change, and what was it like running the 100 gassers or 100 things that you did that one practice?
Well, last year I was mostly just sitting in the corner, just catch and shoot threes like only. I barely ever even dribbled the ball last year. And this year I would have to handle it, sometimes take it up along with Ryan. And 100 suicides was not fun. It was horrible. Like, I don't think anyone smiled the entire time, but
Deserving.
it's just, yeah, it was deserving. We knew we all had to do it. We deserved the punishment, but it's all mental. You just have to keep pushing through every single set.
Okay, that gets me to transition to coaching. You've played, you guys have played 4 years at the high school. I don't know, all three you played 3 at varsity level, correct? No, just you, Roman?
Yeah,
So you played for 2 coaches.
I played 4, yeah.
What impact, you wrote an article for the paper, Ryan, and I'm going to ask all 3, what impact did Coach Faraday have on the program, and how did how did his approach actually change the mindset? Roman, we'll start with you.
he brought like a different attitude and like mentality to the program. I feel like before it was just like, I don't really know how to put it, like soft in a way. And right when he came into tryouts on that first day, he brought a new like way for us to play, like getting on the floor and all that, and just like really getting it into everyone's head that like this is how we're switching it. And he also brought the community together. Like we've done a lot more stuff with like the younger kids, and even with like the Beyond Top, what is that?
Beyond Tops, yeah.
Beyond Tops. So like just getting involved with the community too. Has done a great job with that.
Okay, and Ryan, I'll switch a little bit. You wrote the article about the change. How did Coach Faraday, and you can hop onto what Roman said, how did Coach Faraday actually change everything?
Well, his mentality, like, he had a winning mentality, because I feel like in the past, Wilmington wasn't known for winning, and Coach Faraday, when he starts coaching different teams, he's known for bringing a losing team to be a winning team, and it only took us one season because of like how he brought us together and brought us like our community together, and like our gyms aren't usually packed, but last season when we started winning, people came to watch. So yeah, I mean, and he brought a whole new coaching staff that was dedicated, and all the time that he puts into scouting reports, film, all that. So that we didn't have that in the past.
All right, and we're going to change it up a little. What's one thing you learned from Coach Faraday over the last 2 years?
Probably to not ride the wins too high, because I know like if we get a win, he keeps us in check. Like we were allowed to like get excited that night and just, but the next day we just got to move on and go to practice like nothing happened. It's on to the next game. So I feel like he just kept us in check in that way.
Okay. Now I know you guys have, these three have actually played for me in baseball for 4 years. I've coached them all 4 years. So this is not about me. This is just in general. And if you want to make it about me, I don't care, because I've known you guys a long time. What advice would you guys give a high school coach coming in, somebody starting new? What's your advice to them? Roman, I'll let you go first.
Just, like, get your message across early and have fun.
Okay. Ryan?
As a coach, you should get close with your players before the season and like before everything starts. Like build a good relationship with your whole team, because that's what Coach Verity did with me. Because I was on the interview with him, we got a good like connection going, and then because if you build bonds with your coach and with your team, it'll be fun and it'll probably be successful.
Okay. Will?
I think coaches have to have a mix of like being hard on the kids and also just like caring about them and like having a relationship with them, because like Coach Verity especially, like I know he cares for all of us like deeply, but at the same time he's hard on us too. Like this practice, I've never been through anything like those practices sometimes, so I think you just have to mix it well.
Okay, they're all really good answers. And again, I take these with me as I've gone forward. I took the swimming job. Everything. I've talked to a lot of kids about that. I've tried to incorporate what everybody says into what I'm trying to do. So I thank you for the honest answers. And I will say off the top of my head, these guys are great guys. I've had them, like I said, 4 years, and I have absolutely no complaints about any of these three, except for I can never pronounce Roman's last name. Before we end up and go to the individual stuff, how do we grow the program? I know we're weak in the junior class, and there's sort of like there's no freshman team anymore. How do we grow the program? I'm going to start with you, Will. What advice, or how do you think we can continue to grow the program and capitalize on what we have with Coach Verity?
I think it starts with the younger kids. Like Verity has us helping out with clinics with like the younger kids that travel, and just I think getting them involved and having them have a relationship with Coach like will just entice them to keep playing every year.
Okay, Ryan, what would you tell the parent or the fifth grader? What would you tell them about basketball at Wilmington?
Well, I would tell them that if you join, you're in for a lot, but it'll all be worth it in the end. Like, yeah, if you play here, you'll remember, like, you'll make memories that will last forever. Like with all the coaches and like the coaches, like I'll remember them forever. Like the relationship I had with them. So, like if you, yeah, you'll build long
memories and skills,
friendships.
Yeah, bonds.
There you go. We'll get it. And you're Roman. That's actually a good answer, Ryan. Thanks.
I don't know what I was going to say. I had something in my head.
Well, the camera's right on you now. So, what would you tell? How do you grow the program? What would you tell a fifth grader who's playing travel basketball? Says, "What's it like to be you? What's it like to be a Wilmington High basketball player?"
Just stick with it. It's fun once you make it to the point. It's as you get older, it gets more fun, and when you start like bonding with your teammates and actually creating relationships, it just gets like a lot more fun than what fifth grade basketball is. So stick with it.
Okay, one more thing before individually. Ryan, you mentioned earlier about the home crowds. Once we start winning, it got better and better. I'm going to ask all three of you real simply, what's it like to play at the gym when it's packed? And what do you take out of that? Roman, you go first.
It's a lot of fun. Definitely more fun with the more packed of a gym because they bring us a lot more energy than just our bench can. And that's where the younger kids come in too. They like to pack our games, and when we get a win, they'll come in our locker room after, and it's a lot of fun.
Ryan?
Well, yeah, kind of like what Roman said, like with the younger kids, seeing us, like seeing like they could play at this gym with this many people, like, yeah, and it creates a lot of energy and like, yeah.
Okay. And Will?
Yeah, they basically said everything about it. It's way better to play in a gym that has energy. Like I know we had some games this year where like early games and it's just dead in the gym. It's just hard to make our own energy, and we didn't play that good in those games. So I think it helps us to have a packed gym.
Okay, I hope everybody remembers that when you go buy your tickets for the coming years of Wilmington athletics. Now we get to the individual portion. Each you're going to get a list of questions. We're going to go Will, Ryan, Roman. Roman, you get the lucky seat because you're going to hear all the questions beforehand, so you can remember what you want to say. Will, who's like Mr. Smart Guy on the team, he gets the first one because handle it much better. So, Will, you ready to go? Be on the hot seat?
Yep.
All right, here we go. And the camera's going to be right on you all the way, Ryan, so just be careful what you do over there. Will, first thing is former or present teammate you learned the most from?
Probably this team, because...
Teammate.
Oh, teammate?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Probably Connor, because I know when, like last year, he handled the ball a lot. He was the point guard, and he's also like one of my best friends. So kind of just learned from him handling the ball because I had to take on a little bit of his role this year. So, yeah.
Other sports and activities you do at the high school?
I do golf and baseball too.
Activities?
Nothing really.
You don't do DECA?
No, I don't do DECA.
You don't DECA more?
No.
All right. Favorite moment for your career and favorite moment from this year? Basketball.
From my career, when I was in like 4th grade, I did a free throw shooting contest. I like to brag about this. So it goes from like the town to like the district to the state, and so I made it all the way to like New England because I won the state one. So it was a pretty good experience. I got to take my family to Maine, and we just stayed there for a weekend.
Good. And how about this year? What's your favorite moment?
Probably the Stoneham win at home because obviously the season went rough, but it was good to our last home game to get a win against a team that beat us pretty bad the first time.
Sure, I really did enjoy the game. Why do you play basketball?
I like the bond with the teammates. That's a big one because I've been playing with these guys my whole life. So even like practices, like obviously it's not fun, but when I'm with my teammates, like we get through it together. It's just good to have a bond like that.
Okay, and what have you learned on the basketball court that you can apply to the classroom or future life?
I mean, leadership. Like this year as a captain, like I feel like that's a big thing to set an example. And communication too. Like a big thing in basketball is communicating. So I think it's a big thing to be able to do that.
Okay, what number do you wear and why do you wear it?
I wear number 3. I've worn it pretty much my whole life besides like last year. I don't even know why I started wearing it, but it's always just been my favorite number. So.
Okay, other than your teammates, what do you like most about playing basketball?
I think it's just kind of like an escape from everything that's going on. Like, if I'm having a bad day or something, I'll just go outside and shoot hoops. So, I think, yeah.
And then,
yeah.
And then, who's influenced you or given you, or who do you want to credit? Coaches and people that have influenced and credit. Who do you want to give credit to?
I want to credit my dad first because he really introduced me to basketball. When I was like really young, I used to not like sports at all, but probably when I was in like 2nd grade, I started to become an athlete, and my dad kind of pressured me into that. And I like to thank the whole coaching staff like throughout high school because they really just pushed me to become who I am.
Okay, what's it like to play for Wilmington, your hometown? What's it like to have Wilmington across your chest and go out on that floor?
It's just something I've been like dreaming about my whole life. Like, it's just great to play for where I'm from and just represent the town I live in.
And who's your favorite NBA player?
Jason Tatum.
Okay. What are you going to miss the most?
Probably the bus rides after the wins. They're pretty fun, yeah.
And what does the future hold for my good friend Will Poyant?
I'm going to college for finance, but I don't really know where yet. I narrowed it down to a few schools, but...
You still don't know?
No, I don't know yet.
Okay. And they're pretty good schools, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to give me a list?
Like University of Georgia, University of Florida, Maryland, like Clemson.
Okay. All going south?
Yeah, I mean, also like Providence, but I got to look at the ones down south first.
All right. And then we're going to switch over to my good friend Ryan Grace, 2-time captain of the basketball team. Leading scorer, correct? Not to brag or anything, right? Ryan, present or future former player that has really impacted you or influenced you?
I'd say my fellow captains here, especially Connor, kind of like what Will said. Especially seeing him how he dealt with all of this, like, adversity, and like also seeing him play last year as a point guard kind of influenced me to play how I play. And then obviously Roman and Will, seeing them in practice, how when we're doing all the running, somehow Will is still like happy, and where he's faking it maybe, but seeing how they go through all that, and then that makes me
Are there things you do at the high school? Activities or sports?
just baseball.
Just baseball. Favorite moment of your lifetime basketball-wise, and favorite moment this year?
I think, well, they're kind of the same. I think last year when we beat Stoneham to make the tournament, that was probably my favorite memory. And then beating Stoneham this year, and just all the bus rides and all the team dinners.
Okay, why do you play basketball?
I don't even know. Honestly, I started playing like rec basketball, and I kind of just clicked, so I just kept going.
Was your dad a basketball player?
No, nobody in my family was a basketball player.
Okay, what have you learned playing basketball that you can apply to the classroom?
Classroom.
Or life in general?
Oh, just in life. I mean, I guess just hard work. Like, our coaches always emphasize how hard work will, like, if you don't work hard in the real world, you're not gonna make it far. Like,
okay. What number do you wear and why?
I wear number 12. No reason, honestly. I grew up and I wore 30 for Steph Curry, and then I switched in 8th grade, and I just kept it.
All right. What do you like most about playing basketball? What do you like most about getting out there on the court?
Obviously I like winning, but I like showing people how much work that I put in, that our team has put in, to make it to where we are right now.
Okay, what's it like to play for Wilmington, your hometown, in that gym?
Playing for Wilmington, I mean, I don't see myself playing for like any other like the Tech or any other like those schools. So I like to represent where I'm from.
Excellent. People who've influenced you along the way, and coaches you'd like to credit?
Obviously, I like to thank the whole coaching staff for pushing me, but also I like to thank Donnie Titterington. He's always been telling me how good I am and how I'm always like the best player on the floor. He's always been telling me that, and so he's really believed in me, and my parents believed in me.
Favorite NBA player?
Luka Doncic.
Why?
Because he's very good.
Okay, thank you. What are you going to miss the most about high school basketball?
Miss the most? Probably just all the bonds I made, and like knowing that I won't be able to step on that floor again. It's just like, even like the practices, I took it for granted a little bit. So yeah, I'll miss everything.
Those years go flying by.
Mm-hmm.
What's the future for Ryan Gray?
College for business. I don't know where yet though.
Okay. And then we'll get to the shout out in a second. So last but certainly not least, my good friend Roman Synnot, former or present teammate that you credit with influencing you along the way.
Probably Aiden Balter, because we spent three seasons with him last year. He was a 3-sport captain in all those sports, so learned a lot from him on the way.
Okay, other sports or activities you do at the high school?
Golf, baseball, and DECA.
Okay. Favorite moment your whole lifetime playing basketball and this year?
Whole lifetime, I don't really have one, but this year, probably the Stoneham game, hearing your reaction when I hit that buzzer beater in the first quarter.
Okay, I'll have to replay that one. Why do you play basketball?
I've just been playing my whole life, so it started then, might as well stick with it.
What's it like having your grandparents at every game?
It's fun knowing that all my family likes to come and watch, and it's good to see.
Okay. What have you learned playing basketball that you can apply to life or just in general in the classroom?
When you hit a brick wall, you got to keep pushing.
All right. What number do you wear and why?
This year I wear number 23. I normally wore 5 because that was my favorite number, but I couldn't wear that number this year, so I took.
Why couldn't you wear 5?
A little tight.
A little tight? All right. What do you like most about playing basketball? Not why, but what do you like most about playing hoop?
Just the friendships you make along the way, and it's fun to go out there and push people around.
Okay, and influences and people you want to credit?
The coaching staff, my parents, and yeah, just anyone that comes and supports the games, anyone.
Okay, what's it like to play for your hometown, Wilmington? Have Wilmington on your chest?
It's fun knowing that some people are looking up to you, like the younger kids, and just being an influence for all the people around you.
Did you look up to the players when you were a younger kid going to games?
Yeah.
Did you want to be like them?
Yeah.
So you're the perfect role model for them.
Yes.
Good. Favorite basketball NBA player?
Probably Victor Wembanyama.
Okay. I guess you had to pull that one out of the hat, huh?
Yeah.
It's good to see you laugh about that. What are you going to miss the most?
Just the team dinners in any sport, and just the team bonding.
And what's the future hold for Roman Synnot?
Going to college, study finance.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know.
You know, it's like late February, you guys. Don't you know yet?
I have a list, but
I haven't even got all my decisions back yet.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
okay.
heard back from some of them.
All right. All right, so now we get to do the shout-out. So this will be pretty simple. Please don't forget anybody. If you got somebody in your life that's going to watch this and say, why don't you shout me out, make sure you shout them out. Like I said, one guy shouted his dog once, and I don't think his dog understood when he saw it on television or YouTube. So we're going to go right out of the room. We're going to start with Will and Ryan. You look straight into that camera right there. Roman, you're going to be looking straight into this camera. So, Will, you are up.
Shout out my family, shout out my coaches, and shout out Odie.
Okay?
Shout out my coaches, my parents, my sister, and David White.
All right. And Roman?
Shout out my coaches, my family, my friends, and Coach Kev.
Okay, good. Like I said, I've known these guys for all 4 years of their career. It's going to be as tough as it is for them to leave. It's going to be tough for me as they leave the school. Like I said, I coach all of them, they're great kids. So as we go around the room once again, I've got Will Poyant with me. I have Ryan Gray, and I have Roman Synnot. Like I said, I can't say enough good things about these boys. I've known them for a long time, and they'll go into the world doing a great job. So for Wildcat Sports Update, I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and we'll see you on down the road.